Hello, sir. Okay. So here we have सुशील जी and मैम किरण जी. ओके ग्रेट. तो इनके मम्मी पापा आज हमारे साथ आए हैं. तो सर आप क्या कहना चाहेंगे अपने बेटे की टीम के लिए, और इतने सारे प्लेयर्स हैं और वुमेन्स की क्रिकेट लीग हो रही है.
थैंक यू. सबसे पहले तो मैं करण जी और विनीत जी का थैंक यू बोलना चाहूँगा, जो 4 दिन पहले ही आए और मेरे को यहाँ पे ये मौका मिला. और मैं ये चाहूँगा कि आप इतने जोश और उमंग के
बाद सुपर क्वींस है वो आप सब पे अभी के लिए तो भारी पड़ने वाले ऐसा लग रहा है, क्योंकि उन लोगों ने माइंड में बहुत कुछ सोच के रखा है. सो मैम आप क्या कहना चाहेंगे?
वो तो इसलिए लिख रहे थे क्योंकि मिले ही हम सब पहली बार अभी है. तो हमारी स्ट्रेटेजी ये है कि कोई स्ट्रेटेजी नहीं है.
इनकी स्ट्रेटेजी है कि कोई स्ट्रेटेजी नहीं है इनकी. ओके थैंक यू सो मच एंड वी विश लक टू यू. So the last but not the least team we have is the Grammy Rising Stars, and the owners are Mr. Jignesh Patel and Mrs. Heli Patel. Please come on the stage. Hello ma'am, how are you? So कैसा लग रहा है ऐसे एक टीम ओन करके, वो भी वुमेन्स क्रिकेट की?
Because my daughter is also playing for females and girls.
टीम को इतना encourage कर रहे हैं, मोटिवेट कर रहे हैं तो अच्छा है. बाकी मोस्टली तो मेल्स की बॉक्स क्रिकेट ही होती है, मैचेस होती है. मतलब फीमेल्स को मैचेस खेलने का इतना मौका नहीं मिलता.
थैंक यू सो मच. और अब इनके आइकन प्लेयर्स हैं मिसेस मान्या तुलसियानी एंड मिसेस गीता डाइमा. कैन यू प्लीज कम ऑन द स्टेज. पहली बार खेली, बार के लिए कितने एक्साइटेड है आप?
सेकेंड टाइम खेल रही हूँ. फर्स्ट टाइम का एक्सपीरियंस बहुत अच्छा था. इसीलिए सेकेंड टाइम खेल रही हूँ. फर्स्ट टाइम मैं आइकन प्लेयर में आई हूँ. तो अच्छा फील कर रही हूँ. प्रमोशन अच्छा लग रहा है. थैंक यू.
खेलने वाली है वो सारी की सारी ना एक सर्टेन एज लाइक 30 to 35, 35 to 40 के बीच की एज की वुमेन है. तो वो जब किसी चीज़ के लिए, किसी स्पोर्ट्स की चीज़ के लिए जो उन्होंने जीवन में कभी पहले नहीं किया है, उस चीज़ के लिए अगर वो आगे बढ़ के कोई इनिशिएटिव लेती है तो वो बहुत ही बढ़िया बात है. तो एक बार जोर से अपने आप के लिए तालियां बजाइए कि आप लोगों ने ये इनिशिएटिव लिया और वुमेन्स क्रिकेट को इतना इंपॉर्टेंस देने में जितना ऑर्गेनाइजर्स का, जितना स्पॉन्सर्स का हाथ है, उतना ही प्लेयर्स का होता है. तो नाउ वी आर गोइंग टू स्टार्ट द ऑक्शन सेरेमनी. ओके तो गाइज ये सारी चीज़ें जो प्राइजेस है और ऑक्शन का फ्लो कैसे रहेगा, कैसे ऑक्शन की प्रोसीजर होगी, वो सब समझाने के लिए मैं स्टेज पे इनवाइट करना चाहूँगी मिस्टर करण गुजराती सर को. आई नो हमें शुरू करने में थोड़ा सा डिले हुआ. के बाद जो प्राइजेस है वो सब क्या होंगी और वो सब कुछ समझाने के लिए मैं इनवाइट करना चाहूँगी मिस्टर करण गुजराती सर को.
हाय एवरीवन. तो आप लोग को प्लेयर्स की लिस्ट दे दिए और वो पॉइंट्स का दे दिया. तो ईच टीम विल गेट 1 CR पॉइंट्स, जिसमें से आपको 7 प्लेयर्स बाय करने कंपलसरी. और वो अगर आपके पॉइंट्स ज़्यादा हो जाते हैं तो ऑटोमेटिकली सॉफ्टवेयर आपको रिस्ट्रिक्ट से 10 लाख पॉइंट्स तक का 1 लाख का मल्टीपल चलेगा. लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल 5 लाख आपने बैट रेज किया, 6 लाख, 7 लाख, 8 लाख. जैसे ही वो 10 लाख पहुंचेगा कोई प्लेयर का प्राइस, फिर आप बैट रेज करोगे तो 2 लाख पॉइंट ऐड होंगे. तो 10 लाख to 12 लाख, 14 लाख, 16 लाख, 18 लाख. वो सॉफ्टवेयर पे से हम लोग चीट सिस्टम करेंगे क्योंकि उनका डेटा आ नहीं पाया, लास्ट मिनट पे उनका डेटा आया था. कोई ये नहीं होगा कि मैं ये टीम में गया हूँ, मैं वो टीम में गया हूँ. वंस जो इधर हो गया वो अलॉट हो गया, देयर वोंट बी एनी चेंजेस. एंड उसके अलावा किसी को कोई स्पॉन्सर किया है जो हर एक मैच का मैक्सिमम विकेट्स होगा उनको 300 रुपीज दिए जाएंगे. मैक्सिमम बाउंड्रीज 6s और 4s कंबाइन होके जिसका हर एक मैच में मैक्सिमम होगा उसको 300 रुपीज दिए जाएंगे. वो भी स्पॉन्सर्ड है डेल्टा हेजर के अलावा उनके साथ. फिर वुमन ऑफ द मैच, हर एक मैच का वुमन ऑफ द मैच इज 600 रुपीज. वुमन ऑफ द सीरीज विल गेट 5000 रुपीज. बेस्ट बॉलर विल गेट 3000. बेस्ट बैटर विल गेट 3000. रनर अप को 75,000 रुपीज एंड चैंपियंस को 1,25,000 रुपीज. एंड वी ऑल्सो सर जस्ट अनाउंस कि रनर अप और फाइनल की टीम को हर एक प्लेयर को वो 1,000 रुपीज का वाउचर देंगे आइकॉनिक की तरफ से, जो फ्लैट डिस्काउंट होगा 1000 का भी परचेज करोगे आपको फ्लैट डिस्काउंट मिलेगा. थैंक यू सो मच सर. अब कोई एनी डाउट समथिंग विल स्टार्ट द ऑक्शन. कोई डाउट? ओके.
थैंक यू सो मच करण सर. सो एक बार फिर से अगर आपको कोई भी डाउट है तो यहीं पे रेस कर दीजिए. नहीं है कोई भी डाउट तो कैन वी स्टार्ट विद द ऑक्शन. अभी तो एनर्जी दिखाओ, अभी तो आपके काम की चीज है. कैन वी स्टार्ट विद द ऑक्शन? जय श्री राम. भारत माता की, भारत माता की. ओके, थैंक यू सो मच. दैट्स द स्पिरिट. सो द फर्स्ट प्लेयर वी हैव, अभी ध्यान से सुनिएगा सारे लोग, ममता जरीवाला. पिक्चर, कैन वी हैव द पिक्चर? इट्स रैंडम आएगा. ओके ओके, इट्स ममता कापड़िया. The first player we have is Mamta Kapadia and she is all-rounder. The base prize is 5 lakhs. Anyone for Mamta Kapadia? 6 lakhs. 6 lakhs हो चुके हैं. Anyone for Mamta Kapadia? सी यहाँ पे गाइस नंबर लिखा हुआ है 32. यहाँ पे प्लेयर का नाम है और उनकी जो डेजिग्नेशन है वो है. फ्रॉम द नेक्स्ट प्लेयर आई विल बी अनाउंसिंग द नंबर ऑल्सो. सो वंस अगेन वी आर स्टार्टिंग. ममता कापड़िया 6 लाख तक हम पहुंच चुके हैं. यस, 6 लाख पॉइंट्स. एनीवन फॉर ममता कापड़िया? 6 lakhs one time, 6 lakh 2 times and 6 lakhs done. Please give a big round of applause for Mamta Kapadia. Ma'am, आपका team name? Okay, so first player goes to Anjali Avengers. Can we have the next slide? So the next player we have is Pooja Jain Bhura. Anyone? The player number is 44. Everyone. Pooja Jain Bhura. 6 lakhs, 7 lakhs, 8 lakhs, 9 lakhs, 10 lakhs. And everyone knows after 10 lakhs we are going to reach by 2 lakhs. 12 lakhs, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. Pooja Jain at 24 lakhs point. 26 lakhs, 26 lakhs, 20, 28, 30 lakhs, 30 lakhs. Come on everyone, 32 lakhs, 34 lakhs. Pooja Jain for 34 lakhs point and she is also all-rounder. Pooja Jain, 36 lakh points. 36 guys. Opportunity hai, 36 lakh points. Anyone? Pooja Jain for 36. 38 lakh points. 38 lakh points. Pooja Jain, all-rounder, player number 44. 40 lakh, oh my god! 40 lakhs for Pooja Jain. 40 lakhs, anyone? 40 lakh point. 40 lakhs one time. 40 lakhs 2 time and 40 lakhs 3 time and Pooja Jain is sold to the Nitram designers. Give them a big round of applause. It's 40 lakh points. Thank you so much. Can we show the next picture? So next player we have is Rupal Jain, player number 53 everyone. Rupal Jain, she is also all-rounder. 5 lakh Rupal Jain. Anyone? The player number is 53. 6 lakh. Rupal Jain, 6 lakh. Anyone? 6 lakhs. 6 lakhs one time. 6 lakhs. Rupal Jain, she is an all-rounder. And player number 53. 6 lakhs. 6 lakhs one time. 6 lakhs two time. And 6 lakhs three time. And Rupal Jain is also sold to, ma'am, team name? Okay. Okay, the Rupal Jain goes to Grammy Rising Star. Please give them a big round of applause. ये बताना नहीं पड़ेगा, every player जब भी sold out होगा तो जोरदार तालियां होनी चाहिए, guys. Okay, next slide please. So the next player we have is Bhavya Mehta, player number 12, and she is also an all-rounder. 6 lakh. Okay, 7, 8. 8 lakh points for Bhavya Mehta, player number 12. 8 lakh points. 9 lakh, 10 lakh. 11 lakh. Okay, now we are, sorry, from now we are going to reach by 2 lakh, so it's 12 lakh. 14 lakh for Bhavya Mehta. 14 lakh. 16 lakh for Bhavya Mehta. She is an all-rounder. 16 lakh. Anyone? Sir? Ma'am? 16 lakh for Bhavya Mehta. 18 lakh. 18 lakh for Bhavya Mehta. 20 lakh. 22, 24. 26. Oh my God. 26 lakh for Bhavya Mehta. 26 lakh points for Bhavya Mehta. 28 lakh points. 28 lakh points for Bhavya Mehta. 30 lakh. Oh my God. 30 lakh points for Bhavya Mehta. Player number 12. 32 lakh. 32 lakh points. 32 lakh points. Anyone? 32 lakh points. 34 lakh points for Bhavya Mehta. 34 lakh points. Anyone? 34 lakh points one time. 36 lakh. Oh my God. 36 lakh points for Bhavya Mehta. 36 lakh points. Anyone? Ma'am? 36 lakh. 36 lakh points one time. 36 lakh points. 36 lakh points two time. 38 lakh points. Oh my God. 38 lakh points for Bhavya Mehta. 38 lakh points for Bhavya Mehta. She is an all-rounder and the player number is 12. 38 lakh points one time, 38 lakh points two time, and 38 lakh points three time. And she is sold to Grammy Rising Star. 2 players are under Grammy Rising Star. जोरदार तालियां हो जाए. Okay, next slide. The next player we have is Akruti Goswami, player number 1, and she is left-handed bowler. ओके गाइस, तो जो भी लोग अपनी बॉलिंग स्ट्रेटजी से लेके आए हैं, बॉलिंग लाइनअप स्ट्रॉन्ग करना चाहते हैं, अपॉर्चुनिटी फॉर यू. 5 lakh points for Akruti Goswami. Anyone? 5 lakh points. Left-handed bowler. 6 lakh. 6 lakh. 7 lakh. 8 lakh. 9 lakh. 10 lakh. 12 lakh. 12 lakh for Akruti Goswami, player number 1. ये दूसरी बार है आपका? नहीं, वहां पे भी था इसलिए पहले. ओके. 14 lakh. 14 lakh for Akruti Goswami. 16 lakh. 16 lakh for Akruti Goswami. 20 lakh for Akruti Goswami. Left-handed bowler, player number 1. 20 lakh for Akruti Goswami. Anyone? 20 lakh. 20 lakh for left-handed bowler. 20 lakh for Akruti Goswami. 20 lakh one time. 20 lakh. 20 lakh two time. And 20 lakh three times. And Akruti Goswami is sold to team now. Okay. Sold to Triumph Risers. Please give them a big round of applause, guys. आप देख रहे बहुत ही जल्दी जल्दी हमारे प्लेयर्स सोल्ड आउट हो रहे हैं. भैरवी जरीवाला. Next player is Bhairavi Jariwala, player number 10. Okay. भैरवी जरीवाला, प्लेयर नंबर 10. शी इज अ न्यू कमर, लेकिन गाइज रिस्क तो आप ले ही सकते हो ना. किसी नए को खिला के देखो, क्या पता कभी वो ही चमक जाए, आपके मैच का वो स्टार ऑफ द शो बन जाए. भैरवी जरीवाला, कुछ भी हो सकता है गेम में, कुछ भी हो सकता है. सो एनीवन फॉर भैरवी जरीवाला? Anyone for Bhairavi Jariwala? Okay, so for now she is unsold. We are moving to the next player. Can we show the slide? सो गाइज, सबसे पहले की ये बात कि जो भी प्लेयर अभी के लिए अनसोल्ड रहते हैं उसका हम सब बाद में एक और बार करेंगे, ऑक्शन करेंगे, ताकि आप सबको पता चल जाए कि अभी कौन कौन से लेने हैं आपको प्लेयर्स. सो द नेक्स्ट प्लेयर वी हैव इज डॉक्टर रुचा देसाई एंड शी इज ऑल्सो ऑलराउंडर, प्लेयर नंबर 19. सो डॉक्टर रुचा देसाई, 6 lakh डॉक्टर रुचा, ऑलराउंडर डॉक्टर रुचा देसाई. एनीवन? We are with 7 lakh points, 8 lakh points, 8 lakh points for Dr. Rucha Desai, 8 lakh points. Anyone for Dr. Rucha Desai, player number 19? 9 lakh points, 10 lakh points, 12 lakh points, 14 lakh, 16 lakh, 18 lakh, 20 lakh, 22 lakh, 24 lakh, 26 lakh, 26 lakh for Dr. Rucha Desai, 26 lakh. She is also an all-rounder and player number 19. Dr. Rucha Desai, 26 lakh. 26 lakh, anyone? 26 lakh one time. 28 lakh for Dr. Rucha Desai. 30 lakh for Dr. Rucha Desai. 30 lakh guys, it's a big amount. 30 lakh, एक बार जोरदार तालियां हो जाए. 30 lakh one time. Anyone? 30 lakh for Dr. Rucha Desai. 30 lakh one time. 30 lakh two times. And 30 lakh three times. And Dr. Rucha Desai is sold to Grammy, right? Anjali, okay. Anjali Avengers. Dr. Rucha Desai is sold to Anjali Avengers. Can we have the next slide? Okay, so next player we have is Mrs. Shruti Agarwal. She is right-handed batter and player number 60. Mrs. Shruti Agarwal. Anyone for Mrs. Shruti Agarwal? Anyone? Shruti Agarwal, 6 lakh. Shruti Agarwal. Anyone? 7 lakh. 8 lakh. Shruti Agarwal, 9 lakh, 10 lakh, 12 lakh, 14 lakh for Mrs. Shruti Agarwal, 16 lakh, 18 lakh, 20 lakh for Mrs. Shruti Agarwal, 22 lakhs for Mrs. Shruti Agarwal, 22 lakhs, 24 lakhs, 26 lakhs, 26 lakhs for Mrs. Shruti Agarwal. Anyone? 26 lakhs. She is right-handed batter and player number 60. 26 lakh, Shruti Agarwal. Okay, so 26 lakhs one time, 26 lakhs two times, and anyone? 26 lakhs 3 times, and Mrs. Shruti Agarwal is sold out to Iconic Style Divas. Please give them a big round of applause, guys. Next slide, please. Okay, so next player we have is Mrs. Shweta Gupta. She is also an all-rounder and player number 63, Mrs. Shweta Gupta. 6 lakh, 7 lakh, 8 lakh, 9 lakh, 10 lakh, 12 lakh, 14 lakh, 16 lakh, 18 lakh, 18 lakh, 18 lakh for Mrs. Shweta Gupta. 20 lakh, 20 lakh, 24, 26, 28 lakh, 28 lakh for Mrs. 30 lakh, 30 lakh for Mrs. Shweta Gupta. We are at 30 lakh, guys. It's a big amount. 30 lakh for Mrs. Shweta Gupta. She is an all-rounder and player number 63. 30 lakhs. Anyone? 30 lakhs? 30 lakhs. 30 lakhs one time. 32 lakhs. 32 lakhs. 32 lakhs for Shweta Gupta. Mrs. Shweta Gupta, 32 lakhs. 32 lakhs. 32 lakhs one time. Anyone? 32 lakhs. 32 lakhs. 32 lakhs two time. And 32 lakhs three time. And Mrs. Shweta Gupta is sold out to Ashirwad Super Queens. Guys, एक बार जोरदार तालियां हो जाए. इतने सारे प्लेयर्स का हम ऑक्शन कर रहे हैं, प्लेयर्स को ले रहे हैं टीम ओनर्स, तो तालियां तो बनती है ना. Okay, can we have the next slide? It's 32 lakhs. 32 lakhs. Okay, guys. So next player we have is Rajashri Dadij. Okay, it's Rajashri. Can Dadij? Okay, sorry for the mispronouncing. Dadij. Okay, okay. So next player we have is Mrs. Rajashri Dadij, and she is also an all-rounder. Player number 49. Anyone? 6 lakh, 7 lakh, 8 lakh, 9 lakh, 10 lakh, 12 lakh. ओके, तो जैसे कि विनीत सर कह रहे हैं कि सबसे हाईएस्ट डिमांड इनकी होने वाली है. सो वी आर विथ 12 लाख, 14 लाख, 16 लाख, 18 लाख, 20, 22, 24, oh my god, 26 lakh, 28 lakh, 28 lakh for Rajashri, 30 lakhs, 30 lakhs for Rajashri. She is also an all-rounder. 32 lakh, 32 lakh, 32 lakh for Rajashri, 32 lakhs, 34 lakhs, 34 lakhs, 34 lakhs. Anyone? 34 lakhs for Rajashri. She is also an all-rounder. 36 lakhs, 38 lakhs. Oh my God, ये मुझे लगता है ये 40 क्रॉस करने वाला है. 38 lakh, 38 lakh for Rajashri. 38 lakhs, 38 lakhs. Anyone? अभी विनीत सर ने बोला कि ये सबसे महंगे प्लेयर बनने वाले हैं, तो 38 lakh, guys. We are at 38 lakh points for Mrs. Rajashri. Anyone? 40 lakhs. Yes, that's the spirit. 40 lakhs. Anyone? 40 lakh for Rajashri, Mrs. Rajashri. 40 lakhs. 40 lakhs. इनके पास 40 lakhs, 40 lakhs, 40 lakhs one time, 40 lakhs two time, and oh my god, 42 lakhs. Oh my god, ये 40 lakhs का रिकॉर्ड क्रॉस कर चुके हैं मिसेस राजश्री. 42 lakhs की बीट चल रही है. Anyone? 42 lakhs, 42 lakhs for Mrs. Rajashri. 42 lakhs. Anyone? क्या सोल्ड आउट कर दे? 42 lakhs one time, 42 lakhs two time, and 42 lakhs three time, and Rajashri is sold out to Ivana Strikers. तो जैसे कि सर ने बोला कि अब तक के जितने प्लेयर्स हमने ऑक्शन किए उसमें तो ये राजश्री जी 42 लाख पे हाईएस्ट पे चल रहे हैं. अभी देखते हैं कि आगे कौन कौन से प्लेयर ये लिमिट क्रॉस कर जाता है, ये रिकॉर्ड तोड़ जाता है. एक बार जोरदार तालियां हो जाए क्योंकि अब तक ये सबसे हाईएस्ट बीट थी 42 lakhs. ओके, थैंक यू सो मच. Can we have the next slide? Okay, Next we have Samruddhi Jain. She is also an all-rounder and player number 54. Samruddhi Jain. Anyone? For Samruddhi Jain, she is also an all-rounder. अगर एक आप ऑलराउंडर की एक टीम बनाने का सोच रही है, बहुत सारे ऑलराउंडर को रखना चाहते हैं, समृद्धि इज ऑल्सो अ नाइस ऑप्शन. 6 लाख समृद्धि जैन. 6 लाख, 7 लाख, 8 लाख, 9 लाख, 10 लाख समृद्धि जैन. 10 लाख, 12 लाख, ओ माय गॉड, 12 लाख समृद्धि जैन. 14 लाख समृद्धि जैन. 14 lakh for Samruddhi Jain. She is also an all-rounder. Player number 54. 16 lakh. 16 lakh for Samruddhi Jain. Ma'am, your team? Okay. So अभी के लिए बीड हमारी चल रही है मेहता मार्वेल्स के पास for 16 lakh Samruddhi Jain. Anyone? 16 lakh, 18 lakh, 20 lakh. Oh my God, 20 lakhs for Samruddhi Jain. 20 lakh points. 20 lakh points. 20 lakh points from Ashirwad Super Queens. Anyone for Samruddhi Jain? She is also an all-rounder. We are at 20 lakh points. Okay, so 20 lakh points one time. 20 lakh points. 22 lakh points. Oh my God, 22 lakh points. 22 lakh points. 22 lakh points for Samruddhi Jain. 22 lakh points one time. 22 lakh points. 24 lakh points. 24 lakh points for Samruddhi Jain. 24 lakh points. Again, our bid is from Ashirwad Super Queens. 24 lakh. 24 lakh. 24 lakh. 24 lakh one time. 24 lakh. 24 lakh two times. 24 lakh two times. 26 lakhs. Oh my God. 26 lakh for Samruddhi Jain. 26 lakhs. 26 lakhs. Anyone? 26 lakh points for Samruddhi Jain. 26 lakh points. 26 lakh points one time. 26 lakh points two time. And 26 lakh points three time. And Samruddhi Jain is sold out. Okay, rebouncer. Samruddhi Jain is sold out to rebouncer. Please give them a big round of applause, guys. Okay, can we have the next player? Okay, next player we have is Varsha Jogani, Mrs. Varsha Jogani. She is right-handed bowler and player number 70. Varsha Jogani, Mrs. Varsha Jogani. Anyone? Right-handed bowler and player number 70. Mrs. Varsha Jogani. Base price 5 lakh points. Varsha Jogani. Anyone? For Mrs. Varsha. Anyone for Mrs. Varsha Jogani? 5 lakh is the base price for each and every player. Player number 70. She is a right-handed bowler. Anyone? Okay, we are moving to the next player. For now, we are taking this side by side क्योंकि ये सारे players का auction हम बाद में एक बार करेंगे. तो आप जो player का भी sold out जो player नहीं हो रहे उनको भी please mind में रखिएगा क्योंकि बाद में उन्हीं में से फिर आपको choose करने होंगे. So for अभी के लिए हम इनको skip करते हैं. Moving to the next player. Okay, next we have is Mrs. Nisha Bhutra. She is also all-rounder and player number 40. Anyone for Mrs. Nisha? 6 lakh. 6 lakh. 6 lakh for Mrs. Nisha. She is an all-rounder. Player number 40. 7 lakh. 8 lakh. 8 lakh for Mrs. Nisha. 8 lakhs. 8 lakh points. 9 lakh. 9 lakh points. 10 lakh. 10 lakh points for Mrs. Nisha. 12 lakh points. 12 lakh points. Anyone? 12 lakh points for Mrs. Nisha. She's an all-rounder. 14 lakh points. 14 lakh points for Mrs. Nisha. 16 lakh. 16 lakh points. 16 lakh points for Mrs. Nisha. 18 lakh points. 18 lakh. 18 lakh. 18 lakh. Anyone? 18 lakh. 20 lakh. Yes. 20 lakh points. 20 lakh points. 20 lakh. 20 lakh one time. 20 lakh points for Mrs. Nisha. 20 lakh points. 20 lakh points. 20 lakh points. अभी की बिड चल रही है अंजलि अवेंजर्स की तरफ से 20 lakh points. Anyone? 22 lakh points. 22 lakh points. 22 lakh for Mrs. Nisha. 22 lakh points. Anyone? 22 lakh points one time. 22 lakh points. 22 lakh points. 22 lakh points. 22 lakh points two times. And 22 lakh points three times. And Mrs. Nisha is sold out to Delta Hedgers. Please give them a big round of applause for Delta Hedgers. Can we have the next slide? Okay, so next player we have is Neha Sancheti, Mrs. Neha Sancheti. She is also an all-rounder and player number 37. Neha, Mrs. Neha, 5 lakh base prize. Anyone for Mrs. Neha Sancheti? Anyone? For Mrs. Neha, she is an all-rounder. Base prize is 5 lakh points. Mrs. Neha Sancheti. Anyone? 6 lakh? 6 lakh? 7 lakh? 8 lakh? 9 lakh? 9 lakh for Mrs. Neha. 10 lakh? 10 lakh? 12 lakh? 12 lakh for Mrs. Neha Sancheti. She is also an all-rounder. 12 lakh? 12 lakh? Anyone? 12 lakh? 14 lakh? 14 lakh? We are at the bid of 14 lakh for Mrs. Neha. 16 lakh? 16 lakh for Mrs. Neha. 18 lakh? 18 lakh for Mrs. Neha. Anyone? We are at the bid of 18 lakhs for Mrs. Neha. She is also an all-rounder. Player number 37. 16 lakh. Anyone? 16 lakh. 18 lakh. 18 lakhs. 18 lakhs. 18 lakhs one time. 18 lakhs. 18 lakhs two time. And 18 lakhs three time. Again, another player is sold out to Delta Hedgers. Please give them a big round of applause. कौन कौन सी टीम है जिनका अभी खाता नहीं खुला है? या सब ने कोई ना कोई प्लेयर ले लिए? बाकी सब ने एक या दो प्लेयर ले लिए हैं. ओके, सो अभी देख रहे हैं जैसे कैसे यहाँ पे वो टशन हो रही है किसी प्लेयर के लिए. तो मुझे तो लगता है कि ऑक्शन इतना मजेदार है तो मैच भी बहुत ज्यादा इंटरेस्टिंग मजेदार होने वाली है. कैन वी हैव द नेक्स्ट स्लाइड? Okay, so the next player we have is Mrs. Kalpana Dhariwal. She is also an all-rounder and the player number 28, Mrs. Kalpana Dhariwal. 6 lakh, 7 lakh, 8 lakh, 8 lakh, 9 lakh, 10 lakh, 12 lakh, 14, 16, 18, 18 lakh, 18 lakh for Mrs. Kalpana, 18 lakh, 20 lakh, 20 lakh, 20 lakh for Mrs. Kalpana, 20 lakh, 20 lakh, 22 lakhs, 22 lakhs, 24 lakhs, 24 lakhs, 24 lakhs for Mrs. Kalpana, 26 lakhs, 26 lakhs, 26 lakhs, she is also an all-rounder. 26 lakhs. 28 lakhs. 28 lakhs. 30 lakhs. 30 lakhs. 30 lakhs. Anyone? 30 lakhs. We are at the bid of 30 lakh for Mrs. Kalpana Dhariwal. 30 lakhs. Anyone? 30 lakhs one time. 30 lakhs. 30 lakhs. 30 lakhs two time. And 32 lakh. 32 lakh. 32 lakh. 32 lakh. Anyone? 32 lakh for Kalpana, Mrs. Kalpana Dhariwal. 32 lakhs one time. 32 lakhs. 34 lakhs. 34 lakhs. 34 lakhs. 34 lakhs one time. 34 lakhs. मैम आपका खाता नहीं खुला. 34 lakhs. 34 lakhs one time. 34 lakhs two time. 34 lakhs. And 34 lakhs three time. And Mrs. Kalpana is sold out to Triumph. धीरे धीरे करके सबके प्लेयर बोर्ड भर रहे हैं. बहुत सारे लोगों के बोर्ड भरने लगे हैं. हाँ, ओके ओके. सो गाइज, इतने प्लेयर्स के बाद किस टीम की क्या क्या बैलेंसेस है और कौन कौन से प्लेयर्स है वो हम एक बार रिकॉर्ड देख लेते हैं ताकि आप सबको आगे के प्लेयर्स लेने में आसानी रहे. Can you show the data? हाँ, હું ત્યાં આવી જાઉં.
So far now, the Ashirwad Super Kings remaining balance is 68 lakh and remaining players are 6 players. Anjali Avengers remaining balance is 64 lakh and remaining players are 5 players. Team Delta Hedgers remaining balance 60 lakh and remaining players 5. Team Grammy Rising Stars remaining players 5 and remaining balance 5,60,000. Iconic Style Divas remaining balance 74 lakh and players remaining 6 players. Ivana Strikers 58 lakh and remaining players 6. Team Mehta Marvels all whole purse 1 crore they have saved for upcoming players. Team Nitram 60 lakh and remaining players 6 players. Team Rebouncers 74 lakh and remaining players 6 players. Team Triumph Risers with balance 46 lakh and remaining players 5 players.
ओके, तो गाइस सबने अपने अपने डेटा चेक कर लिए हैं और ये जो डेटा है सब कितने प्लेयर्स किसके पास है, कितनी रिमेनिंग बैलेंस है, कितनी बैलेंस आपकी खर्च हो चुकी है, वो ये डेटा थे. अभी वी आर मूविंग टू द नेक्स्ट प्लेयर. Okay, so the next player is Mrs. Rishita Bajaj. She is also all-rounder. And player number 51, Rishita Bajaj. Anyone for Rishita Bajaj? Mrs. Rishita Bajaj? Anyone? 5 lakh is the base price. Anyone for Mrs. Rishita? Rishita Bajaj? Rishita? Anyone for Mrs. Rishita Bajaj? 5 lakh is the base price. She is also an all-rounder. Player number 51, Mrs. Rishita Bajaj. Mrs. Rishita Bajaj. Anyone for Mrs. Rishita Bajaj? Okay, so she keeps unsold. Can we show the next picture? Can we show the next player? नहीं सुना. Can we show the next picture? Okay, so the next player we have is Mrs. Shweta Surya, player number 64. She is also an all-rounder. Anyone for Mrs. Shweta? She is an all-rounder. Player number 64. Mrs. Shweta. Anyone? 6 lakh? 6 lakh? 7 lakh? 7 lakhs? 9 lakh? 10 lakhs? 12 lakhs? 14 lakhs? 16 lakhs? 16 lakhs? 18 lakhs? 18 lakhs? 20 lakhs? 20 lakhs? 22 lakhs? 22 lakhs? हाँ वही है. 22 lakhs? 24 lakhs? 26 lakhs? 26 lakhs? 26 lakhs for Mrs. Shweta. 26 lakhs? 26 lakhs? 26 lakhs? 26 lakhs? 28 lakhs? 28 lakhs? 28 lakhs? 28 lakhs? Anyone for Mrs. Shweta? 28 lakhs? 28 lakhs one time? 28 lakhs? 28 lakhs? 28 lakhs? 28 lakhs two time? 28 lakhs? 28 lakhs and 28 lakhs 3 times, and Mrs. Shweta is sold out to Triumph Risers. 28 lakhs. Okay, can we have the next player? Okay, so the next player we have is Mrs. Jayashree Singhi. Mrs. Jayashree, she is also an all-rounder. 6 lakhs. Okay, bid has started. 7 lakhs, 8 lakhs, 9 lakhs, 9 lakhs, 10 lakhs, 12 lakhs, 14 lakhs, 14 lakhs for Mrs. Jayashree. 14 lakhs, 14 lakhs, 16 lakhs, 16 lakhs, 18 lakhs, 18 lakhs for Mrs. Jayashree. 20 lakhs, 20 lakhs, 20 lakhs, 20 lakhs, 22 lakhs, 22 lakhs for Mrs. Jayashree. She is an all-rounder. Player number 26. $20 lakhs, 20 lakhs, 20 lakhs one time, 22 lakhs, 22 lakhs, 22 lakhs for Mrs. Jayashree. 22 lakhs, 22 lakhs, 22 lakhs one time, 24 lakhs, 24 lakhs, 24 lakhs, 24 lakhs one time, 24 lakhs, 24 lakhs, 24 lakhs, 24 lakhs 2 time, and 24 lakhs 3 time, and Mrs. Jayashree is sold out to Grammy Rising Stars. 24 lakhs is the sold price. Can we have the next? Okay, the next player we have is Mrs. Anjana Patel. She is also an all-rounder. Player number 5, Anjana Patel. Anyone for Anjana Patel? Anyone? Mrs. Anjana Patel. 6 lakh, 7 lakh, 8 lakh, 9 lakh, 9 lakh for Anjana Patel. 9 lakh, 10 lakh, 10 lakh for Anjana Patel. 12 lakh, 12 lakh. Anyone? The bid is from Anjali Avengers. 12 lakh. We are at 12 lakh for Mrs. Anjana Patel. She is also an all-rounder. 12 lakh. Anyone? 12 lakh one time. 12 lakh. 12 lakh. 14 lakh. 14 lakh. 14 lakh for Mrs. Anjana Patel. 14 lakhs. 14 lakhs point. 14 lakhs point. The bid is with Ivana Strikers. 14 lakh points. Anyone? 14 lakhs. 14 lakhs one time. 14 lakhs two times. 14 lakhs. And 14 lakhs 3 times. And Mrs. Anjana Patel is sold out to Ivana Strikers. Okay, so Anjana ma'am, मुझे बोला गया कि आप यहाँ पे हो. How are you? आपके लिए 14 lakhs तक की बिड आ चुकी है. Are you excited? Are you excited to rock the ground? Oh my God. So please give a big round of applause to Mrs. Anjana Patel. And the bid price was 14 lakhs. Okay. So can we have the next player? The next player is Mrs. Richa Shah. She is also an all-rounder. Player number 50. Mrs. Richa Shah. Anyone? Anyone for Mrs. Richa Shah? She is also an all-rounder. Anyone for Mrs. Richa Shah? 5 lakh is the base price. 6 lakh, 6 lakh, 7 lakh, 7 lakh for Mrs. Richa, 7 lakhs, 8 lakhs, 8 lakhs, 8 lakhs for Mrs. Richa Shah, 8 lakhs. Anyone? 8 lakhs, 8 lakhs, 9 lakhs, 9 lakhs, 10 lakhs, 10 lakhs for Mrs. Richa Shah, 10 lakhs, 12 lakh, 12 lakh, 12 lakh points. Anyone? 12 lakh points. We are at the bid of 20 lakh points from Ashirwad Super Queens. Anyone for Mrs. Richa Shah? 12 lakh points. 12 lakh points. 12 lakh points one time. 12 lakh points. 12 lakh points. 14 lakh points. 14 lakh points. 14 lakh points. 14 lakh points one time. 14 lakh points. 16 lakh points. 16 lakh points. Anyone for Mrs. Richa Shah? 16 lakh points. We are at the bid of 16 lakh. 16 lakh one time. 16 lakh two time. 16 lakh and 16 lakhs 3 time, and Mrs. Richa Shah is sold out to Ashirwad Super Queens. Bid price, the last price was 16 lakh and to Ashirwad Super Queens, Mrs. Richa Shah. Can we have the next player? Okay, so the next player we have is Mrs. Aarti Sachdev, player number 3, and she is right-handed batter. Mrs. Aarti. Anyone for Mrs. Aarti? Aarti. Mrs. Aarti. The base price is 5 lakh points. Anyone for Mrs. Aarti? She is right-handed batter. And player number 3. Anyone? Base price is 5 lakhs. Anyone for Mrs. Aarti Sachdev? 5 lakh points. Anyone? Okay, we are moving to the next player. Okay, the next player we have is Mrs. Aditi Jain. She is also an all-rounder and player number 4. Mrs. Aditi Jain. Anyone for Mrs. Aditi Jain? She is also an all-rounder player. Aditi Jain. Base price is 5 lakh. 5 lakh points. Mrs. Aditi Jain. Anyone for Mrs. Aditi Jain? Anyone? For Mrs. 6 lakh. Yes, 6 lakh points for Aditi Jain. 6 lakh points. 6 lakh points. 6 lakh points for Mrs. Aditi Jain. Anyone? 6 lakh points. 6 lakh points one time. 6 lakh points. 6 lakh points. इनके पास है नित्रम के पास. Anyone? 6 lakh. 6 lakh points for Aditi. 6 lakh points. Bid from Nitram. 6 lakh points. 6 lakh points one time. 6 lakh points. 6 lakh points two times. 6 lakh points. And 6 lakh points 3 times. And Mrs. Aditi Jain is sold out to Nitram Designers for 6 lakh points. Okay, can we show the next picture? The next player we have is Dr. Ashita Jain. Dr. Ashita Jain, she is also an all-rounder and the player number is 15. Dr. Ashita Jain. 6 lakh, 6 lakh, 7 lakh, 7 lakh, 8 lakh, 9 lakh, 10 lakh, 12 lakh, 14 lakh, 14 lakh, bid from Iconic, 14 lakh, 16 lakh, 18 lakh, 20 lakhs. Okay, 22 lakhs, 22 lakhs, 22 lakhs, 24 lakhs, 24 lakhs, 26 lakhs, 26 lakh bid from Iconics, 26 lakhs, 26 lakhs. Anyone for Mrs. Ashita? 26 lakhs. 26 lakhs. 26 lakhs one time. Iconic. 26 lakhs. 26 lakhs. 26 lakhs one time. 26 lakhs. 26 lakhs two time. And 26 lakhs 3 times, and Mrs. Ashita Jain is sold out to Iconic Style Divas for 26 lakh points. Can we have the next player? Okay, so the next player we have is Mrs. Anuja Jariwala, player number 8. She is right-handed batter. Mrs. Anuja Jariwala. Anyone for Mrs. Anuja Jariwala? Base price is 5 lakh points for everyone, every player. Mrs. Anuja Jariwala. Anyone? She is right-handed batter. Anuja Jariwala. Player number 8. Mrs. Anuja Jariwala, player number 8. She is right-handed batter. Anyone for Mrs. Anuja Jariwala? 6 lakh. 6 lakh. 6 lakh for Mrs. Anuja Jariwala. 7 lakhs. 7 lakhs. 7 lakhs for Mrs. Anuja Jariwala. 7 lakhs. Anyone? 7 lakhs for Mrs. Anuja Jariwala. 7 lakhs one time. 7 lakhs. 7 lakhs two time. Okay. 7 lakhs. 7 lakhs. 7 lakhs. Anyone for Mrs. Anuja Jariwala? She is a right-handed batter. 7 lakhs 2 time and 7 lakhs 3 time, and Mrs. Anuja Jariwala is sold out to Mehta Marvels for 7 lakh points. Mehta Marvels, Anuja Jariwala, 7 lakh points. Can we show the next player? The next player is Mrs. Vandana Lakhani. She is also an all-rounder. Player number 69. Mrs. Vandana. Anyone for Mrs. Vandana Lakhani? 6 lakh. 6 lakh for Mrs. Vandana Lakhani. 6 lakh by Anjali Avengers. Vandana Lakhani. 7 lakhs. 8 lakhs. 9 lakhs. 10 lakhs. Okay. 12 lakhs. 12 lakhs for Vandana Lakhani. 12 lakhs. 12 lakhs for Mrs. Vandana Lakhani. She is also an all-rounder. Player number 69. Anyone? Anyone? Mrs. Vandana Lakhani. 14 lakh. 14 lakh. 14 lakh for Mrs. Vandana Lakhani. 14 lakhs. 14 lakhs one time. 14 lakhs. Okay. 14 lakhs bid by Nitram. Nitram Designers. 14 lakhs. Anyone? Anyone for Mrs. Vandana? 14 lakhs one time. 14 lakhs. 14 lakhs two time. 14 lakhs. 14 lakhs. 14 lakhs and 14 lakhs 3 time, and Mrs. Vandana Lakhani is sold out to Nitram Designers. Please guys, give them a big round of applause. 14 lakhs, Nitram Designers, Mrs. Vandana Lakhani. Can we have the next player? The next player we have is Mrs. Sujata Shetty. She is also an all-rounder, player number 67. Mrs. Sujata. Anyone? Anyone for Mrs. Sujata Shetty? All-rounder, player number 67. Anyone? Base price is same for all the players. Base price is 5 lakh points. Anyone for Mrs. Sujata Shetty? Anyone for Mrs. Sujata Shetty? Player number 67. She is also an all-rounder. Anyone interested? Okay, so we are moving to the next player. Can you show the next player? The next player we have is Mrs. Shloka Shah. She is right-handed batter, player number 58. Shloka Shah. Anyone for Mrs. Shloka Shah? Base price is same for all the players. Mrs. Shloka Shah. She is right-handed batter. Anyone? Anyone for Mrs. Shloka Shah? Anyone interested? 6 lakh. Okay, 6 lakh for Mrs. Shloka Shah. 6 lakhs. 6 lakhs. 6 lakhs from Mehta Marvels, Mrs. Shloka Shah. Anyone for Mrs. Shloka Shah? 7 lakhs. 7 lakhs. 7 lakhs. 8 lakhs. 8 lakhs for Mrs. Shloka Shah. She is a right-handed batter. 8 lakhs. We are at the bid of 8 lakhs by Mehta Marvels. 8 lakhs. 8 lakhs one time. 8 lakhs. 8 lakhs two time. 8 lakhs two time and 8 lakhs 3 time, and Mrs. Shloka is sold out to Mehta Marvels for 8 lakh points. Mrs. Shloka Shah, 8 lakh points to Mehta Marvels. Can we have the next player? Okay, the next player we have is Mrs. Pratiksha Tulsian. She is right-handed batter and player number 47. Mrs. Pratiksha. Anyone? Right-handed batter. Mrs. Pratiksha. Anyone for Mrs. Pratiksha? Player number 47, 6 lakhs, 6 lakhs, 6 lakhs, 6 lakhs for Mrs. Pratiksha. Anyone? 6 lakhs. We are at the bid of 6 lakhs. 6 lakhs one time. 6 lakhs. 6 lakhs two times. 7 lakhs. 7 lakhs. 8 lakhs. 8 lakhs for Mrs. Pratiksha. 8 lakhs. 9 lakhs. 9 lakhs. 9 lakhs for Mrs. Pratiksha. Anyone? We are at the bid of 10 lakhs. 10 lakhs. 10 lakhs. 10 lakhs for Mrs. Pratiksha. She is right-handed batter. Player number 47. 10 lakhs. 12 lakhs. 12 lakhs. We are at the bid of 12 lakhs by Mehta Marvels. 12 lakhs for Mrs. Pratiksha. Anyone? 12 lakhs. 14 lakhs. Yes, 14 lakhs. 14 lakhs point for Mrs. Pratiksha. Anjali Avengers. Sorry. Grammy. Sorry, Grammy. It's Grammy. 14 lakhs. The bid with the Grammy riser. The bid with the Grammy Rising Stars for 14 lakhs for Pratiksha Tulsian. Anyone? 14 lakhs. 14 lakhs one time. 14 lakhs. 14 lakhs. 14 lakhs. Anyone? 14 lakhs two times. And 14 lakhs three times. And Mrs. Pratiksha Tulsian is sold out to Grammy Rising Stars for 14 lakhs. For 14 lakhs to Grammy Rising Star, Mrs. Pratiksha Tulsian. Can we have the next player? Next player is Mrs. Nirali Mehta. She is an all-rounder and player number 39. Mrs. Nirali Mehta. Anyone? Anyone for Mrs. Nirali Mehta? Base price is same for all the players, which is 5 lakh points. Nirali Mehta. She is also an all-rounder. Anyone for Mrs. Nirali Mehta? 6 lakhs. 6 lakhs. 7 lakhs. 7 lakh points for Mrs. Nirali Mehta. 7 lakh points. We are with the bid of Ivana Strikers. 7 lakh points for Mrs. Nirali Mehta. 7 lakh points. She is an all-rounder, player number 39. 7 lakh points. 7 lakh points. 7 lakh points one time. 8 lakh points. 9 lakh points. 9 lakh points. 10 lakh points. We are at the bid of 10 lakh points by Ivana Strikers. 10 lakh points. 12 lakh points. Yeah, 12 lakh points. Anyone? 12 lakh points. 12 lakh points. 12 lakh points for Nirali Mehta. We are at the bid of 12 lakh points. 12 lakh points one time. 12 lakh points two times. 14 lakh points. 14 lakh points. We are at the bid of 14 lakh points for Mrs. Nirali Mehta. 14 lakh points. Anyone? 14 lakh points. 14 lakh points one time. 14 lakh points. 16 lakh points. 16 lakh points. 16 lakh points one time. 16 lakh points. 16 lakh points two times. 16 lakh points. 16 lakh and 16 lakh point. Okay, 18 lakh points. 18 lakh points. 18 lakh points. We are at the bid of 18 lakh by Ivana Strikers. 18 lakh points. 18 lakh points. 20 lakh points. Rebouncers. We are at the bid of 20 lakh points with rebouncers. 20 lakh points one time. 20 lakh points two time. And 20 lakh points three time. And Mrs. Nirali Mehta is sold out to rebouncers for 20 lakh points. Once again, Mrs. Nirali Mehta is sold out at 20 lakh points to rebouncers. Can we have the next player? Are you guys enjoying? मजा आ रहा है आपको ये प्लेयर्स खरीदने में, बिड्स लगाने में? तो थोड़ी एनर्जी दिखाइए, जैसे कि सर ने पहले बोला था. कौन सी ऐसी टीम है जिनके 3 से ज्यादा प्लेयर्स हो चुके हैं? 3 से ज्यादा? ओ माय गॉड, 3 से ज्यादा एक ही टीम के अभी हुए लगते हैं. ओके, आगे देखते हैं इस ऑक्शन में क्या होता है. सो नेक्स्ट प्लेयर वी हैव इज मिसेस पूनम घड़िया. Mrs. Poonam, she is right-handed batter, player number 45. Anyone for Mrs. Poonam? She is right-handed batter. Base price is same for all the players, which is 5 lakh points. Mrs. Poonam Ghadia, player number 45. Anyone? Player number 45, Mrs. Poonam for 5 lakh points. Base price 6 lakhs. 6 lakh points by Mehta Marvels. 6 lakh points. 7 lakh points. 7 lakh points by Nitram. 7 lakh points. We are at the bid of 8 lakh points. 8 lakh points. 8 lakh points for Mrs. Poonam. 8 lakh points. 8 lakh points. 8 lakh points. We are at the bid of Mehta Marvels. 8 lakh points. 8 lakh points one time. Anyone for Mrs. Poonam? 8 lakh points. 8 lakh points 2 times. It's 9 lakh points. 9 lakh points. We are with the bid of Ivana Strikers. 9 lakh points for Mrs. Poonam Ghadia. 9 lakh points one time. 10 lakh. Oh my God. 10 lakh points by Mehta Marvels. 10 lakh points for Mrs. Poonam. 10 lakh points. Anyone? 10 lakh points one time. 12. थोड़ा ज़्यादा वो करें ना. हाँ. 12 lakh points. 12 lakh points. 12 lakh points. We are with the bid of Ashirwad Super Queens. 12 lakh points for Mrs. Poonam. Anyone? 12 lakh points one time. 12 lakh points. 12 lakh points 2 times. 12 lakh points. And 12 lakh points 3 times. And Mrs. Poonam Ghadia is sold out to Ashirwad Super Queens. Please give them a big round of applause, guys. Once again, I am repeating, Mrs. Poonam Ghadia, 12 lakh points to Ashirwad Super Queens. Okay, so moving to the next player. Next player we have is Mrs. Radha Daima. She is also all-rounder and player number 48. Anyone for Mrs. Radha? Base price is same, 6 lakhs. 6 lakhs. 6 lakhs for Mrs. Radha. 6 lakh. Anyone? 7 lakhs. 7 lakhs. 8 lakhs. 8 lakhs for Mrs. Radha. 9 lakhs. It's 10 lakh. We are at the bid of 10 lakhs by Nitram. 10 lakh for Mrs. Radha. 10 lakhs. 10 lakh points. 10 lakh points. Anyone? 10 lakh points for Mrs. Radha by Nitram Designers. 12 lakh points. We are at the bid of 12 lakh points for Mrs. Radha. She is an all-rounder. 12 lakh points. 12 lakh points. 12 lakh points. 14 lakh points. 16 lakh points. 18 lakh points. We are at the bid of 20 lakh points. 22 lakh points. We are at the bid of 22 lakh points by Anjali Avengers. 24 lakh points. 26 lakh points. 26 lakh points. We are at the bid of 26 lakh points for Mrs. Radha. 26 lakh points one time. 26 lakh points. 26 lakh points 2 time. And 26 lakh points 3 time. And Mrs. Anjali Daima is sold out to Mrs. Radha Daima is sold out to Anjali Avengers. I'm repeating, Anjali Avengers sold out to Radha Daima sold out to Anjali Avengers. Sorry. 26. 26. 26 lakh points. 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 Okay, so the next player we have is Dr. Megha Mahade. She is left-handed batter. Player number 18, Dr. Megha. Anyone for Dr. Megha? Dr. Megha. Anyone? Base price is same for every player, which is 5 lakh points. Anyone for Dr. Megha? 6 lakh. 6 lakh. 7 lakh. We are at the bid of 7 lakh by Mehta Marvels. 7 lakh points for Dr. Megha. 7 lakh points. 7 lakh points by Mehta Marvels. We are at the bid of 7 lakh points. Dr. Megha. 7 lakh points one time. 7 lakh points. Anyone for Dr. Megha? 8 lakh points. 8 lakh points by Anjali Avengers. 8 lakh points for Dr. Megha. 9 lakh points. 9 lakh points. 10 lakh points. 10 lakh points by Anjali Avengers. 10 lakh points. 10 lakh points one time. 10 lakh points. Anyone? 10 lakh points two times. 10 lakh points. And 10 lakh points three times. And Dr. Megha is sold out to Anjali Avengers. Please give them a big round of applause, guys, for 10 lakh point. Dr. Megha is sold out to Anjali Avengers for 10 lakh points. Moving to the next player. Can we have the next player? Okay, so the next player we have is Mrs. Falguni Shah and she is a wicket keeper. Player number 23. इतने प्लेयर्स में पहली बार एक विकेट कीपर आए हैं हमारे बीच. She is Falguni Shah. Anyone? Anyone for Falguni Shah? Player number 23. Anyone for Falguni Shah? Mrs. Falguni Shah. She is a wicket keeper. 6 lakhs. 6 lakh bid for Ivana Strikers. 6 lakh. We are at the bid of 6 lakhs. 6 lakh bids. 6 lakh points. We are at the bid of 6 lakh points by Ivana Strikers. Anyone? Anyone? 6 lakh points one time. 6 lakh points. 6 lakh points two times. We are at the bid of 6 lakh points for Mrs. Falguni Shah. She is a wicket keeper. 6 lakh points. And 6 lakh points three times. Mrs. Falguni Shah is sold out to Ivana Strikers for 6 lakh points. Once again, Falguni Shah is sold out to Ivana Strikers for 6 lakh points. Can we have the next player? Okay, so the next player we have is Mrs. Meenal Agarwal. She is right-handed bowler. Player number 33. Mrs. Meenal. Anyone? Anyone for Mrs. Meenal Agarwal? Player number 33. Base price is same for every player. Mrs. Meenal Agarwal. She is right-handed bowler. Meenal Agarwal. Anyone? Anyone for Mrs. Meenal Agarwal? Meenal Agarwal. Okay, for now she is... Okay, 6 lakh. 6 lakh for Meenal Agarwal. 7 lakh. 7 lakh for Meenal Agarwal. She is right-handed bowler. Right-handed bowler. Meenal Agarwal. 7 lakh. नहीं वो 6 था. नहीं ये 6 है. Okay, 8 lakhs. Sorry, 8 lakhs. 8 lakhs. We are at the bid of 8 lakhs by Ashirvad Super Queens. 9 lakhs. 9 lakhs by Nitram. We are at the bid of 9 lakhs for Meenal Agarwal. We are at the bid of 9 lakhs. Anyone? 9 lakhs, 10 lakhs, 10 lakhs, 10 lakhs one time. 10 lakhs. We are at the bid of 10 lakh points by Ashirvad Super Queen for Meenal Agarwal. 10 lakh points one time. 10 lakh points. It's 12 lakh points. 12 lakh points by Delta Hedgers. 12 lakh points. Anyone for Mrs. Meenal Agarwal? 12 lakh points. 12 lakh points one time, 12 lakh points, 12 lakh points two times, 12 lakh points, and 12 lakh points three times, and Mrs. Meenal Agarwal is sold out to Delta Hedgers. Once again, I am repeating, Meenal Agarwal is sold out to 12 lakh points to Delta Hedgers. Okay, can we have the next player? The next player we have is Mrs. Hema Patel. She is right-handed batter and player number 25. Mrs. Hema Patel. Anyone? Anyone for Mrs. Hema Patel? She is right-handed batter, player number 25. Anyone for Mrs. Hema Patel? She is right-handed batter, Mrs. Hema Patel. Anyone? Anyone interested? For Mrs. Hema Patel, 6 lakh. Okay, the bid is from Ivana Strikers, 6 lakh. We are at the bid of 6 lakhs. 6 lakh for Mrs. Hema Patel. 6 lakhs. We are at the bid of 6 lakh from Ivana Strikers. Anyone? 6 lakhs one time. 6 lakhs. 6 lakhs two time. 6 lakh for Mrs. Hema Patel. And 6 lakhs three time, and Mrs. Hema Patel is sold out to Ivana Strikers. Once again, I am repeating, Mrs. Hema Patel is sold out to Ivana Strikers for 6 lakh points. ओके, वन मोर टाइम हम एक बार फिर से पॉइंट्स देखेंगे, टेबल देखेंगे कि कौन कौन से टीम के पास कौन कौन से प्लेयर है, कितने पॉइंट्स बचे हुए हैं, कितने रिमेनिंग पॉइंट्स है, कितने पॉइंट्स खर्च हो चुके हैं, वो सारे डेटा एक बार फिर से हम यहाँ पे देखेंगे.
हेलो,
Guys, your points are on the screen.
Team Ashirwad Super Kings, they have the remaining balance of 42 lakh and 4 players remaining. Team Anjali Avengers, they have the remaining balance of 28 lakh and 3 players remaining. Team Delta Hedgers, they have the remaining balance of 48 lakh and 4 players remaining. Team Grammy Rising Star, they have the remaining balance of 18 lakh and 3 players remaining. Team Iconic Style Divas, they have the remaining balance of 48 lakh and 5 players remaining. Team Ivana Strikers, they have the remaining balance of 32 lakh and 3 players remaining. Team Mehta Marvels, they have the remaining balance of 85 lakh and 5 players remaining. Team Nitram, they have the remaining balance of 40 lakh and 4 players remaining. Team Rebouncers, they have the remaining balance of 54 lakh and 5 players remaining. And lastly, the team Triumph Risers, they have the 18 lakh balance and with 4 players remaining.
Okay. Anyone? Any question? Triumph का एक बार दिखाओ.
गलत है.
रिकॉर्ड है उनके पास, विल चेक. We have some confusion in Triumph Risers.
वो कंफ्यूजन सॉर्ट आउट कर रहे हैं, तब तक विल डू द ड्रॉज ऑफ द टीम्स.
ओके सो गाइज हमारे जो 70 प्लेयर्स थे उसमें से 35 प्लेयर का ऑक्शन हमने कर लिया है. अभी 35 प्लेयर और रिमेनिंग है. तो उससे पहले हम ड्रॉस करेंगे जो ए बी जो डिवीजन होते हैं टीम्स के. तो मैं जैसे ही टीम्स के नाम अनाउंस करूं प्लीज वहां से उस टीम की तरफ से एक एक ओनर यहाँ पे आगे आ जाए. मैं टीम का नाम अनाउंस करूंगी और टीम के ओनर में से कोई भी एक यहाँ पे आ जाए. एक छोटा सा चिट पिक करना होगा और जिसकी तरफ से उनकी टीम्स कहाँ कहाँ डिवाइड होती है वो पता चलेगा. सो फर्स्ट वी हैव ओके आईवाना स्ट्राइकर. सर आप एक चिट यहां से पिक कीजिए. ओके ग्रुप A3. हु इज रिकॉर्डिंग दिस? आईवाना स्ट्राइकर्स. Ivana Strikers A3. Thank you so much, sir. Now you can pick one from this. Okay, Group A4. Nitram, Group A4. Group A4 for Nitram. Okay, thank you so much, sir, please. It's B5. Delta Hedgers, it's B5. B5 for Delta Hedgers. Okay, thank you so much. From Rebouncers, it's B4. Rebouncers, B4. It's B3. Okay, Mehta Marvels, B3. Iconic Style Divas. B1, okay. Iconic Style Divas, B1. It's A1 for... Okay, Triumphs for A1. Wait. A5. A5 for team name. Okay, Grammy. नहीं वो लेके जाओ, आप लेके जाओ. हाँ. It was A5 from Grammy. Yes. It's B2 from Ashirwad Super Queens. B2 Ashirwad Super Queens. Whoever is left. Anjali, okay. कोई एक ओनर प्लीज आगे आ जाए. कोई एक आ सकता है, कोई भी. Anjali Avengers. And it is A2 for Anjali Avengers. सो गाइज एक बार जोरदार तालियां हो जाए आप सबकी टीम्स के लिए जिनके हमने ए और बी ग्रुप में डिवीजन कर दिए हैं.
सो वी हैव टू ग्रुप्स. ग्रुप ए नितरम डायमंड्स, ट्रायम राइजर्स, अंजलि एवेंजर्स, इवाना एंड ग्रैमी.
Okay, they are the group A. Now we are with the group B.
Group B is Delta, Rebouncers, Meta Marvels, Iconic and Ashirwad Super Kings.
Okay, please give them a big round of applause for group A and group B. Everyone clear with the group? Okay.
So guys, we have 15 minutes break. You can have the starters and soup and then we'll restart the auction.
So जैसे कि मैंने कहा 35 प्लेयर्स का ऑक्शन हो चुका है, अभी 35 प्लेयर्स लेफ्ट है. So we are having 5-10 minutes of break. Yes, just a 10 minutes of break. After that we will start with our auction.
गाइज डिनर या स्टार्टर्स आप वहाँ से ले सकते हो, 10 मिनट्स का ब्रेक है.
तो साइड बाय साइड हमारा ऑक्शन भी वापस से शुरू हो जाए। एवरीवन, वी आर स्टार्टिंग विद द ऑक्शन अगेन। और आप अपनी प्लेट्स टेबल पे लाके भी बैठ सकते हैं ताकि साथ में हम ऑक्शन भी शुरू कर सके। वी आर अगेन स्टार्टिंग विथ अवर ऑक्शन। अभी भी 35 प्लेयर्स हमारे पास हैं ऑक्शन के लिए। एवरीवन, आप अपनी प्लेट्स अपने टेबल्स पे लाके बैठ सकते हैं ताकि हम साथ में ऑक्शन भी शुरू कर सके वापस। यस, यू कैन सिट विथ योर प्लेट्स। आप अपने टेबल पे अपनी प्लेट भी ला सकते हैं और हम साथ में ही हमारे ऑक्शन का जो दूसरा She is an all-rounder. Player number 30, 6 lakh. 6 lakh by Ashirwad. 6 lakh by Ashirwad. We are at the bid of 6 lakh points by Ashirwad. Anyone? 7 lakh points by Mehta. 7 lakh points by Mehta for Lata Arya. She is an all-rounder. 7 lakh points. Anyone? 7 lakh points. We are at the bid of 7 lakh points by Mehta. Mehta Marvels. 7 lakh points one time. 7 lakh points. 8 lakh points by Ashirwad. We are at the bid of 8 lakh points by Ashirwad. 8 lakh points, Ashirwad. 8 lakh points one time. 8 lakh points. 8 lakh points two times. 8 lakh points and 8 lakh points three times. And Mrs. Lata Arya is sold out to Ashirwad Super Queens for 8 lakh points. Once again, Mrs. Lata Arya is sold out to Ashirwad Super Queens for 8 lakh points. Can we have the next player? Next player we have is Mrs. Pratiksha Somani. She is right-handed batter. Player number 46, Mrs. Pratiksha. Anyone? Anyone for Mrs. Pratiksha Somani? 5 lakh by Rebouncer, 6 lakh by Grammy. 6 lakh by Grammy. We are at the bid of 6 lakh. 7 lakh by Rebouncers. 7 lakh by Rebouncers for Mrs. Pratiksha Somani. 7 lakhs. We are at the bid of 8 lakhs by Grammy. 8 lakhs by Grammy. We are at the bid of 8 lakhs. 9 lakhs by Rebouncers. 9 lakhs by Rebouncers for Pratiksha Somani. 9 lakhs. 9 lakhs by Rebouncers. Anyone for Pratiksha Somani? We are at the bid of 9 lakhs by Rebouncers. 9 lakhs one time. 9 lakhs two time. And 9 lakhs three time. Mrs. Pratiksha Somani is sold out to Rebouncers for 9 lakh points. Once again, Mrs. Pratiksha Somani, 9 lakh points to Rebouncers. Okay, can we move to the next player? The next player we have is Mrs. Shilpa Gandhi. She is also all-rounder, player number 55. Shilpa Gandhi, 5 lakh. 5 lakh by Iconic. 5 lakh by Iconic. We are at the bid of 6 lakh by Grammy. 6 lakh by Grammy for Mrs. Shilpa. 7 lakh by Iconic. 7 lakh. 8 lakh by Grammy. 8 lakh. We are at the 8 lakh points for Mrs. Shilpa by Grammy. 8 lakh points. 8 lakh points. 9 lakh points by Mehta Marvels. 9 lakh points. We are at the bid of 9 lakh points by Mehta Marvels. Anyone for Mrs. Shilpa? 10 lakh points by Iconic. 10 lakh points by Iconic for Mrs. Shilpa. We are at the bid of 10 lakh points by Iconic. Anyone? 10 lakh points. 10 lakh points. 10 lakh points one time. 12 lakh points by Mehta Marvels. We are at the bid of 12 lakh points by Mehta Marvels. Mehta Marvels for 10 lakh points. 12 lakh points one time. It's 14 lakh points by Anjali Avengers. 14 lakh points. 14 lakh points one time. 14 lakh points. We are at the bid of 14 lakh points by Anjali Avengers. 14 lakh points two times. And 14 lakh points three times. And Mrs. Shilpa is sold out to Anjali Avengers for 14 lakh points. Anjali Avengers. Mrs. Shilpa sold out to Anjali Avengers for 14 lakh points. Okay, moving to the next player. The next player is Soni Singhal. She is right-handed bowler, player number 66. 5 lakh by Rebouncers. 6 lakh by Iconic. 7 lakh. 8 lakh. 9 lakh by Nitram. 10 lakh by Rebouncers. 10 lakh by Rebouncers for Soni. 12 lakh by Iconic. 14 lakh by Ivana. 14 lakh. We are at the bid of 16 lakh by Nitram, 16 lakh, 18 lakh by Iconic, 18 lakh. We are at the bid of 18 lakh by Iconic, Iconic Super Divas, 18 lakh for Sony Singal. We are at the bid of 18 lakh by Iconic, 20 lakh by Mehta, 20 lakh by Mehta, 22 lakh by Nitram, 22 lakh by Nitram Designers. Anyone for Sony Singal, 22 lakh points one time, 22 lakh points, 24 lakh points by Mehta Marvels, 24 lakh points, 24 lakh points by Mehta Marvels. We are at the bid of 24 lakh points by Mehta Marvels, 24 lakh points one time. Nitram.
Nitram has the 25 lakh maximum bid. They can bid.
How many players left?
3 remaining players. And remaining balance is 35 lakh. So they can go for 25 lakhs.
Okay, they can go up to 25 lakhs.
Yes.
Okay, and the last bid from them is 22, and now you are at 24. They can go up to 25 lakh per player. थोड़ा confusion दूर हो जाए. You are at the 24 lakh points for Sony Mehta Marvels. 24 lakh points. 24 lakh points, 24 lakh points one time, 24 lakh points two times.
Okay. They're done. All clear. 25 is the maximum bid. That
ओके
we can move
इनके लिए
forward.
25 मैक्सिमम बिड है.
Yes.
लेकिन इन्होंने 22 पे दे स्टॉप्ड. उन्होंने आगे बोला ही नहीं. 24 की बिड इनके पास ही है. सो वी आर स्टार्टिंग विथ 24. एनीवन फॉर 24,000 पॉइंट्स. वी आर एट द बिड 24 lakh points with Mehta Marvels. 24 lakh points one time, 24 lakh points two time, and 24 lakh points three time. And Sony Singal is sold to Mehta Marvels for 24 lakh points. Again 24 lakh points, Sony Singal, Mehta Marvels. Moving to the next player. The next player we have is Mrs. Shruti Parikh. She is also an all-rounder, player number 61. Shruti Parikh, 5 lakh by Iconic. Shruti Parikh, 5 lakh by Iconic. 6 lakh by Grammy. 7 lakh by Iconic. 8 lakh by Grammy. 9 lakh by Iconic. We are at the bid of 9 lakh by Iconic. Mrs. Shruti Parikh, she is an all-rounder. 9 lakh by Iconic. We are at the bid of 9 lakh by Iconic Style Divas. 9 lakh. We are at the bid of 9 lakh points by Iconic. 9 lakh points one time. 9 lakh points. 9 lakh points two time. And 9 lakh points three time. And Mrs. Shruti Parikh is sold out to Iconic Style Divas for 9 lakh points. Mrs. Shruti Parikh to Iconic Style Divas for 9 lakh points. Okay, moving to the next player. The next player we have is Sneha Desai. She is an all-rounder, player number 65. Anyone for Mrs. Sneha? Sneha Desai, all-rounder, 5 lakh by Iconic. 5 lakh by Iconic. We are at the bid of 5 lakh by Iconic for Mrs. Sneha. 6 lakh by Mehta. 7 lakh by Iconic. 8 lakh by Grammy. 8 lakh by Grammy. 9 lakh by Mehta. We are 10 lakh by Iconic. We are at the bid of 10 lakh by Iconic Style Divas. For Sneha Desai, we are at the bid of 10 lakh. 12 lakh by Mehta. 12 lakh by Mehta Marvels. 12 lakh. Anyone? We are bidding for Sneha Desai. 12 lakh for Sneha Desai. The bid is with Mehta Marvels right now. 12 lakh one time. 12 lakh. 12 lakh and 12 lakh 3 times. I just late tha, haan. Okay, so Sneha Desai is with Mehta Marvels for 12 lakh points. Okay, once again I'm announcing Sneha Desai is with Mehta Marvels for 12 lakh points. Moving to the next player. Can we have the next player? Next player is Pinky Bansal. Mrs. Pinky Bansal, she is right-handed bowler, player number 42. Okay, she is wife of Mr. Vineet Bansal, तो ये bid आपको बोलनी चाहिए. Okay, so we are with the bid of 5 lakh by Iconic. 5 lakh by Iconic. 6 lakh by Grammy. We are at the bid of 6 lakh by Grammy. 7 lakh by Iconic for Mrs. Pinky Bansal. 8 lakh by Grammy. 8 lakh by Grammy. We are at the bid of 8 lakh by Grammy for Mrs. Pinky Bansal. 8 lakh points by Grammy. 8 lakh points. 8 lakh points for Mrs. Pinky Bansal. She is right-handed bowler. 8 lakh points one time. 8 lakh points. 8 lakh points two times. And 8 lakh points 3 times. Mrs. Pinky Bansal is sold out to Grammy Risers. Once again, Mrs. Pinky Bansal is with Grammy for 8 lakh points. Moving to the next player. The next player we have is Mrs. Pooja Jain. She is also all-rounder, player number 43. Mrs. Pooja Jain. Anyone? 5 lakh, 6 lakh by Iconic, 6 lakh, 7 lakh by Mehta, 7 lakh, 8 lakh by Iconic. For Pooja Jain, 8 lakh by Iconic. We are at the bid of 8 lakh by Iconic. Iconic Style Divas. 9 lakh by Mehta Marvels. 10 lakh by Iconic. Mrs. Pooja Jain, 10 lakh by Iconic. We are at the bid of 10 lakh by Iconic Style Divas. 10 lakh one time. We are at the bid of 10 lakh by Iconic Style Divas. For Mrs. Pooja Jain, 12 lakh by Mehta Marvels. 14 lakh by Iconic. 14 lakh by Iconic. We are at the bid of 14 lakhs by Iconic. For Mrs. Pooja Jain, 14 lakh points one time, 14 lakh points two time, and 14 lakh points three time, and Mrs. Pooja Jain is sold out to Iconic Style Divas for 14 lakh points. Once again, Mrs. Pooja Jain is sold out to Iconic Style Divas for 14 lakh points. Moving to the next player. Next player we have is Mrs. Madhvi Shah. She is right-handed batter, player number 31. Mrs. Madhvi Shah. Anyone? Anyone for Mrs. Madhvi Shah? Right-handed 5 lakh. 5 lakh by Triumph. We are at the bid of 5 lakh by Triumph for Madhvi Shah. Anyone? 5 lakh by Triumph. 6 lakh by Mehta. 6 lakh by Mehta Marvels. 7 lakh by Anjali Avengers. 7 lakhs. We are at the bid of 8 lakhs by Nitram. 9 lakhs by Anjali Avengers. 10 lakhs by Mehta Marvels. 10 lakhs by Mehta Marvels. Mrs. Madhvi Shah. 10 lakhs. 12 lakh by Nitram. 12 lakh by Nitram. 14 lakh by Mehta Marvels. 14 lakh. 14 lakh by Mehta Marvels. We are at the bid of 14 lakhs by Mehta Marvels for Mrs. Madhvi Shah. 14 lakh. 14 lakh one time. 14 lakh two time. 16 lakh. We are at the bid of 16 lakh by Nitram. 16 lakh. 16 lakh by Nitram. We are at the bid of 16 lakh points by Nitram for Mrs. Madhvi Shah. 18 lakh. We are at the bid of 18 lakh by Mehta Marvels. 18 lakh by Mehta Marvels. 18 lakh one time. 18 lakh. 18 lakh two times. And 18 lakh three times. And Mrs. Madhvi Shah is sold out to Mehta Marvels. Once again, Madhvi Shah, Mehta Marvels for 18 lakh points. Moving to the next player. Now we have Dr. Alpa Thakur. She is also all-rounder, player number 60. Dr. Alpa. Anyone for Dr. Alpa? 5 lakh by Iconic. 5 lakhs by Iconic. Dr. Alpa. 5 lakhs. We are at the bid of 5 lakhs by Iconics. 6 lakh by Anjali. 6 lakh by Anjali Avengers. 7 lakh by Iconic. 7 lakh by Iconic. We are at the bid of 7 lakhs by Iconic for Dr. Alpa. 7 lakhs by Iconic. She is also all-rounder. Dr. Alpa. 7 lakhs for Iconic. 7 lakhs one time. 7 lakhs two time. And 7 lakhs three time. And Dr. Alpa Thakur is sold out to Iconic Style Divas for 7 lakh points. Once again, Dr. Alpa Thakur is to Iconic Style Divas for 7 lakh points. Okay, moving to the next player. Next we have is Neha Khandelwal. She is also rounder, player number 36. Anyone for Mrs. Neha? Neha Khandelwal, player number 36. Anyone? She is also an all-rounder player. Player number 36, Mrs. Neha Khandelwal. 5 lakhs by Grammy. 5 lakhs by Grammy. We are at the bid of 6 lakh by Ashirwad. 6 lakh by Ashirwad. For Mrs. Neha, 6 lakh by Ashirwad. 7 lakh by Mehta. 7 lakh by Mehta Marvels. We are at the bid of 8 lakhs by Nitram. 8 lakhs by Nitram. 9 lakhs by Ashirwad. We are at the bid of 9 lakhs by Ashirwad. 10 lakhs by Mehta. We are at the bid of 10 lakhs by Mehta. We are at the bid of 10 lakhs by Mehta. Mehta Marvels. For Neha Khandelwal, 12 lakhs for Nitram. 12 lakhs. We are at the bid of 12 lakhs by Nitram. 14 lakhs by Mehta Marvels. 14 lakh. We are at the bid of 14 lakh by Mehta Marvels. Anyone for Mrs. Neha? We are at the bid of 14 lakhs by Mehta Marvels. Mehta Marvels for 14 lakh. 14 lakhs one time. 14 lakhs. 16 lakh by Ashirwad. We are at the bid of 16 lakhs by Ashirwad. 16 lakh one time. 16 lakh two time. and 16 lakh 3 time, and Mrs. Neha Khandelwal is sold out to Ashirwad Super Queens for 16 lakh points. Once again, Mrs. Neha Khandelwal sold out to Ashirwad Super Queens for 16 lakh points. Moving to the next player. Next player we have is Dr. Shivani Mehta. She is right-handed batter, player number 20. Dr. Shivani. Anyone for Dr. Shivani Mehta? Right-handed batter, player number 20. Anyone? 5 lakh by Triumph. 5 lakh points by Triumph. We are at the bid of 5 lakh points by Triumph. Anyone for Dr. Shivani? 5 lakh points. We are at the 5 lakh points by Triumph. 5 lakh points. 5 lakh points one time. 5 lakh points two time. And 5 lakh points three time. And Dr. Shivani Mehta is sold out to Triumph for 5 lakh points. Once again, I'm announcing Dr. Shivani Mehta is sold out to Triumph Risers for 5 lakh points. Okay, the next player we have is Mrs. Muskan Doltani. She is right-handed bowler, player number 35. Anyone for Mrs. Muskan? Player number 35, she is right-handed batter. Bowler, sorry. She is right-handed bowler, Mrs. Muskan. Anyone? Anyone for Mrs. Muskan? Player number 35. Anyone for Mrs. Muskan? Player number 35. She is right-handed bowler. Okay, for now she remains unsold. Moving to the next player. Next player we have is Mrs. Meenal Jariwala. She is also all-rounder. Player number 34. 5 lakh by Iconic. 5 lakh points by Iconic. We are at the bid of 5 lakh, 6 lakh points by Rebouncers, 7 lakh points by Iconic, 8 lakh points by Nitram, 9 lakh points by Iconic. We are at the bid of 9 lakh points by Iconic, 10 lakh points by Ivana, 10 lakh points by Ivana. We are at the bid of 10 lakh points by Ivana, 12 lakh points by Iconic, 12 lakh points by Iconic. We are at the bid of 12 lakh points by Iconic for Meenal Jariwala. 12 lakh points, 12 lakh points one time, 12 lakh points, anyone? 12 lakh points two times, and 14 lakh points, 14 lakh points by Ivana. 14 lakh points, anyone? We are at the bid of 14 lakh points by Ivana. 14 lakh points one time, 14 lakh points two time, and 14 lakh points three time, and Mrs. Meenal Jariwala is sold out to Ivana for 14 lakh points. Once again, I am announcing 14 lakh points, Ivana strikers, Mrs. Meenal Jariwala. Next player we have is Mrs. Priyanka Jindal. She is left-handed bowler, player number 52. Mrs. Priyanka, anyone? Anyone? 5 lakh points by Grammy. 5 lakh points by Grammy. We are at the bid of 5 lakh points by Grammy for Mrs. Priyanka Jindal. She is left-handed bowler. 5 lakh points. We are at the 5 lakh points. 6 lakh points by Ashirwad. 6 lakh points by Ashirwad. We are at the bid 7 lakh points by Ivana. 7 lakh points. We are at the bid of 8 lakh points by Nitram. 8 lakh points. 8 lakh points one time, 9 lakh points by Ashirwad. We are at the bid of 10 lakh points by Nitram, 10 lakh points. We are at the 10 lakh points by Nitram for Priyanka Jindal. 10 lakh points, 10 lakh points 1 time, 12 lakh points by Ashirwal. We are at the bid of 14 lakh points by Nitram. 14 lakh points by Nitram. We are at the bid of 14 lakh points by Nitram. 14 lakh points 1 time, 14 lakh points, 14 lakh points 2 times, and 14 lakh points 3 times, and Mrs. Priyanka Jindal is sold out to Nitram Designers for 14 lakh points. Once again, I am announcing Mrs. Priyanka Jindal to Nitram for 14 lakh points. ओके गाइस, तो सबकी टीम के जो भी रिमेनिंग बैलेंसेस है वो वहां से अनाउंस हो रही है, सो प्लीज पे अटेंशन देयर.
Hello. So here are the points. Team Ashirwad Super Kings. The remaining balance is 18 lakh and they have to buy 2 players remaining. Anjali Avengers. The remaining balance is 14 lakh and remaining players are 2. Team Delta Hedgers. The balance is 48 lakh and remaining players are 4. Team Grammy Rising Star. The remaining balance is 10 lakh and remaining players are 2. Team Iconic Style Divas. Remaining balance is 18 lakh and remaining players are 2. Team Ivana Strikers. Remaining balance is 18 lakh and remaining players are 2. Team Mehta Marvels. 31 lakh is the remaining balance and 2 players they have to buy. Team Nitram. 40 lakh is the remaining balance and 4 players they have to buy. Team Rebouncers. The remaining balance is 21 lakh and they have to buy 3 players from that. And lastly, Triumph Risers. The maximum bid is 5 lakh and they have to buy 2 players with the balance of 10 lakh. So the Nitram is with the balance of 16 lakh and the remaining 26 lakh and the remaining players are 3. This is the score update. Grammy score is 10 lakh. 2 players remaining. हाँ.
ओके गाइस, तो सबकी रिमेनिंग बैलेंसेस चेक हो चुकी है. वी आर मूविंग टू द नेक्स्ट प्लेयर. Okay, after the balance check, we are again with our players. We are moving to our next player. The next player we have is Mrs. Shilpa Singhi. She is also all-rounder, player number 57. 5 lakh by rebouncers. 5 lakh points by rebouncers. We are at the bid of 5 lakh points by rebouncers for Mrs. Shilpa. 5 lakh points. 5 lakh points one time. 6 lakh points by Ashirwad. 6 lakh points by Ashirwad. We are at the bid of 6 lakh points. 6 lakh points one time. 6 lakh points. 6 lakh points two times. 7 lakh points by rebouncers. 7 lakh points by rebouncers. For Mrs. Shilpa, we are at the bid of 7 lakh points by rebouncers. 7 lakh points one time. 8 lakh points by Ashirwad. 8 lakh points by Ashirwad. 8 lakh points one time. 8 lakh points two time. And 8 lakh points three time. Mrs. Shilpa is sold out to Ashirwad Super Queens for 8 lakh points. Once again, I'm announcing Mrs. Shilpa is sold out to Ashirwad Super Queens for 8 lakh points. Next player, please. Next player we have is Mrs. Shilpa Jain. She is also all-rounder and player number 56. Mrs. Shilpa Jain. Anyone? Anyone for 5 lakh by Grammy? 5 lakh points by Grammy. 6 lakh points by Nitram. 7 lakh points by Delta. 8 lakh points by Ashirwad. We are at the bid of 9 lakh points by Delta. 9 lakh points by Delta Hedgers. We are at the bid of 9 lakh points. 10 lakh points by Nitram. 12 lakh points by Delta. We are at the bid of 12 lakh points. 12 lakh points one time. 12 lakh points with Delta Hedgers. 12 lakh points two times. And 12 lakh points three times. Mrs. Shilpa Jain is sold out to Delta Hedgers for 12 lakh points. Once again, I'm announcing Mrs. Shilpa Jain to Delta Hedgers for 12 lakh points. Moving to the next player, we have Vandana Bheda. She is right-handed bowler, player number 68. Anyone for Mrs. Vandana? 5 lakh by Grammy. 5 lakh points by Grammy. We are at the bid of 5 lakh points by Grammy. Mrs. Vandana. She is right-handed bowler, 6 lakh by Nitram. We are at the bid of 6 lakh by Nitram. Anyone? 6 lakh by Nitram. 6 lakh one time. 6 lakh two times. We are at the bid of 6 lakh points by Nitram. And 6 lakh points three times. Mrs. Vandana is sold out to Nitram Designers for 6 lakh points. Once again, Mrs. Vandana to Nitram Designers for 6 lakh points. Next player, please. Next we have Mrs. Shrikanta Bhutra. She is also all-rounder, player number 59. Mrs. Shrikanta, 5 lakh by Grammy, 6 lakh by Iconic, 7 lakh by Nitram, 8 lakh by Iconic, 9 lakh by Mehta, 10 lakh by Nitram, 12 lakh by Iconic. We are at the bid of 12 lakh, 14 lakh by Delta, 14 lakh by Delta. We are at the bid of 14 lakh by Delta Hedgers for Shrikanta. 14 lakh points by Delta Hedgers. 14 lakh points one time. 14 lakh points two time. And 14 lakh points three time. And Mrs. Shrikanta is sold out to Delta Hedgers for 14 lakh points. Once again, Mrs. Shrikanta to Delta Hedgers for 14 lakh points. Moving to the next player. Next player we have is Mrs. Neema Suthar. She is also all-rounder, player number 38. 5 lakh by Grammy. Directly 11 नहीं हो सकता, 12 होगा. 10 के बाद 12 ही होगा. Okay, 10 lakh by rebouncers. 10 lakh, 12 lakh, 12 lakh by Iconic, 12 lakh by Iconic. We are at the bid of 12 lakh by Iconic for Neema Suthar. 12 lakh by Iconic, 12 lakh one time, 12 lakh, 12 lakh two times, and 12 lakh three times, and Mrs. Neema Suthar is sold out to Iconic Style Divas for 12 lakh rupees. Points. 12 lakh points. Once again, Neema Suthar to Iconic Style Divas for 12 lakh points. Moving to the next player. Next player we have Mrs. Khyati Paswala. Okay, directly 10 lakh by rebouncers. 10 lakh by rebouncers. Player number 29, Mrs. Khyati. 10 lakh by rebouncers. We are at the bid of 10 lakh. 10 lakh one time. 10 lakh anyone for Mrs. Khyati. 10 lakh two times. 12 lakh by Ivana. We are at the bid of 12 lakh by Ivana. 12 lakh one time, 12 lakh two times, and 12 lakh three times, and Mrs. Khyati Paswala is sold out to Ivana. Once again, Mrs. Khyati sold out to Ivana Strikers for 12 lakh points. Moving to the next player. Next we have Mrs. Grishma Mehta. She is right-handed batter, player number 24. Mrs. Grishma. Anyone? Anyone for Mrs. Grishma Mehta? Anyone for Mrs. Grishma Mehta? Player number 24. She is right-handed batter. For now, she remains unsold. Moving to the next player. Next player we have is Dr. Sushma Mittal. She is all-rounder, player number 21. Dr. Sushma. Anyone? 5 lakh by Iconic. 5 lakh points by Iconic. We are at the bid of 5 lakh points by Iconic. Anyone? 5 lakh points for Dr. Sushma. 5 lakh points. 5 lakh points one time. 5 lakh points two time. And 5 lakh points three time, and Dr. Sushma Mittal goes to Iconic Style Divas for 5 lakh points.
An Iconic team is done. They can't bid anymore. Their players are done.
Okay, so हमारी पहली टीम है जो अपने सारे प्लेयर्स के साथ डन हो चुकी है. So please give them a big round of applause. Okay, so moving to the next player. Now we have 9 teams remaining क्योंकि आइकॉनिक की टीम पूरी कंप्लीट हो चुकी है. Next player we have Mrs. Bhavna Jain. She is all-rounder, player number 11. Mrs. Bhavna Jain. Anyone? Anyone for Mrs. 5 lakh by Grammy? We are at the bid of 5 lakh by Grammy. 5 lakh points by Grammy for Mrs. Bhavna. 5 lakh points. Anyone? We are at the bid of 5 lakh points by Grammy. 5 lakh points one time. 5 lakh points. 5 lakh points two time. And 5 lakh points three time. And Mrs. Bhavna Jain is sold out to Grammy for 5 lakh points. Once again, Mrs. Bhavna Jain with Grammy for 5 lakh points. Next player we have is Mrs. Aarti Bundela. She is all-rounder, player number 2. Anyone for Mrs. Aarti Bundela? Player number 2, she is all-rounder. Anyone for Mrs. Aarti Bundela? 5 lakh by Triumph. We are at the bid of 5 lakhs by Triumph. Mrs. Aarti Bundela. Anyone? We are at the bid of 5 lakh points. 5 lakh points one time, 5 lakh points, 5 lakh points two times, and 5 lakh points three times, and Mrs. Aarti Bundela is sold out to Triumph for 5 lakh points. Once again, I am announcing Triumph Risers, Mrs. Aarti Bundela for 5 lakh points. Moving to the next player. Next player we have is Anju Somani. She is all-rounder and player number 7. Anyone for Mrs. Anju? 5 lakh by Nitram. We are at the bid of 5 lakhs. 6 lakh by Ashirwad. 7 lakh by Delta. We are at the bid of 7 lakhs by Delta. 8 lakhs by Nitram. 9 lakhs by Delta Hedgers. We are at the bid of 9 lakhs by Delta Hedgers for Anju Somani. 9 lakhs by Delta Hedgers. 9 lakhs one time. 10 lakhs by Ashirwad. 12 lakhs by Delta Hedgers. 12 lakhs by Delta Hedgers. We are at the bid of 12 lakh by Delta Hedgers for Anju Somani. 12 lakhs one time, 12 lakhs two time, and 12 lakh three time, and Mrs. Anju Somani is sold out to Delta Hedgers for 12 lakh. Once again, Anju Somani to Delta Hedgers for 12 lakh points. Okay, moving to the next player. Okay, once again we have Anju. She is Anju Jodhani. She is also all-rounder, player number 6. Anju Jodhani, player number 6. 5 lakhs by Grammy. 5 lakhs by Grammy. Anyone? We are at the bid of 5 lakhs by Grammy. 6 lakhs by Delta. 6 lakhs by Delta. We are at the bid of 6 lakhs by Delta Hedgers for Anju Jodhani. 6 lakhs one time. 6 lakhs two time. 6 lakh two time. आपका ही है हाँ. And 6 lakhs three time. Anju Jodhani is sold out to Delta Hedgers for 6 lakh points. For 6 lakh points, Anju Jodhani, Delta Hedgers.
Delta's team is done. The second team of the day is done.
Okay, give them a big round of applause. आज की हमारी दूसरी टीम भी कंप्लीट हो चुकी है. पहली टीम थी आइकॉनिक स्टाइल दीवास एंड द सेकेंड टीम इज डेल्टा हेजर्स. ओके, अब हमारे पास बिडिंग के लिए सिर्फ 8 टीमें हैं. मूविंग टू द नेक्स्ट प्लेयर. नेक्स्ट प्लेयर इज मिसेस भाग्यश्री दोढ़ियावाला. शी इज राइट हैंडेड बॉलर, प्लेयर नंबर 9. 10 lakhs. 10 lakh by rebounder. 12 lakh by Mehta. 14 lakh by Nitram. 14 lakh by Nitram. We are at the bid of 14 lakh by Nitram for Mrs. Bhagyashri. 14 lakh by Nitram. 16 lakh by Mehta. 16 lakh by Mehta. We are at the bid of 16 lakh by Mehta Marves for Mrs. Bhagyashri. 16 lakh one time. 16 lakh two time. And 16 lakh three time. And Mrs. Bhagyashri is sold out to Mehta Marves for 16 lakh point. Once again, Mrs. Bhagyashri to Mehta Marves for 16 lakh points. Okay, moving to the next player. Next we have Mrs. Bhumisha Shah. She is all-rounder, player number 13. Bhumisha. Anyone for Mrs. Bhumisha? Anyone for Mrs. Bhumisha Shah? She is all-rounder, player number 13. Anyone? Okay, for now she remains unsold. Moving to the next player. Next we have Mrs. Deepa Chanda. She is right-handed bowler, player number 14. Mrs. Deepa, anyone? Anyone for Mrs. Deepa? She is right-handed bowler, player number 14. Mrs. 5 lakhs by Ivana. 5 lakhs. We are at the bid of 5 lakhs. 5 lakhs by Ivana. We are at the bid of 5 lakh points by Ivana. 5 lakh points one time. 5 lakh points, 5 lakh points 2 time, and 5 lakh points 3 time. And Mrs. Deepa Channa is sold out to Ivana. To
The
Ivana Strikers.
the third team of the day is done, Ivana.
Ooh! Give them a big round of applause. हमारी 3 टीमें कंप्लीट हो चुकी है. अभी जो बिड करेंगे सिर्फ 7 टीम बची है 10 में से. And next player we have is Mrs. Jayashree Singhi. She is also all. Next we have is Mrs. Jyoti Surya. She is player number 27. She is also all rounder. Anyone? Anyone for Mrs. Jyoti? 5 lakh for Triumph. 5 lakh points by Triumph. We are at the bid as 6 lakh points by Grammy. We are
Can't
again
bid.
at the 5.
Yeah, Grammy can't bid.
Grammy यहाँ पे.
They can't bid. The last bid is with Triumph only, 5
Okay,
lakhs. Yeah.
5 lakhs. Yeah. 6 lakh. Yeah, 6 lakh by Rebouncer. We are at the bid of 6 lakh by Rebouncer for Mrs. Jyoti. 6 lakh points. 6 lakh point 1 time. 6 lakh points 2 time. And 6 lakh points 3 time. And Mrs. Jyoti Surya is sold out to Rebouncers for 6 lakh points. Once again, Mrs. Jyoti Surya to Rebouncers for 6 lakh points. Okay, next player we have. Next player we have right-handed batter, player number 40. We are moving to another player. Next player we have is Mrs. Shubha Sujit. She is all-rounder, player number 62. Anyone for Mrs. Shubha? 5 lakh, 6 lakh by Nitram, 10 lakh. 10 lakh by Rebouncers, 12 lakh by Nitram, 14 lakh by Mehta. We are at the bid of 14 lakh by Mehta. 14 lakh points for Mrs. Shubha by Mehta Marvels. We are at the bid of 14 lakh points. 14 lakh points 3 time, and Mrs. Shubha Sujit is sold out to Mehta Marvels.
And we have the fourth team of the day, Mehta Marvels.
Please give them a big round of applause as आज की हमारी चौथी टीम भी हो चुकी है पूरी कंप्लीट. अब सिर्फ जो बिडिंग होगी वो 6 टीम के बीच में होगी. Moving to the next player.
All the players are done. Now we are moving to the unsold players of the list.
Okay, Mrs. Aarti Sachdev, player number 3. She is right-handed batter. We are again starting with the unsold players. जो भी 6 टीम बची है हमारी.
थर्टी seconds में complete it. Next.
Okay, moving to the next. Bhairavi Jariwala. Anyone? She is newcomer. Player number 10. Anyone for Bhairavi Jariwala? Anyone? Anyone for Bhairavi Jariwala? Guys, जो भी 6 टीम है रिमेनिंग, जो 4 टीम ऑलरेडी फुल हो चुकी है, तो जो ये अनसोल्ड प्लेयर है वो 6 रिमेनिंग टीम में ही जाएंगे. So please start bidding. 5 lakh for Bhairavi Jariwala. We are at the bid of 5 lakh by Rebouncers. 5 lakh points by Rebouncers for Bhairavi Jariwala. She is newcomer. 5 lakh points 1 time. 5 lakh points 2 time. And 5 lakh points 3 time. And Mrs. Bhairavi Jariwala is sold out to Rebouncers for 5 lakh points. Once again, I am announcing Mrs. Bhairavi Jariwala 5 lakh points to Rebouncers. We are moving to Bhumisha Shah. She is also all-rounder, player number 13. Anyone 5 lakh points by Ashirwad. We are at the bid of 5 lakh points by Ashirwad for Mrs. Bhumisha. Bhumisha, we are at the bid of 5 lakh points by Ashirwad. 5 lakh points one time, 5 lakh points two time, and 5 lakh points three time, and Mrs. Bhumisha Shah is sold out to Ashirwad Super Queens. Mrs. Bhumisha Shah is sold out to Ashirwad Super Queens for 5 lakh points.
Fifth team of the day is done. Ashirwad Super Kings.
ओ माय गॉड, हमारी 5 टीम यानी कि 50% टीम यहाँ पे डन हो चुकी है, तो एक बार जोरदार तालियां हो जाए. बस अभी 5 और टीम के कुछ प्लेयर्स बचे हैं. ओके, मूविंग टू द अनदर प्लेयर. शी इज ग्रीष्मा मेहता, प्लेयर नंबर 24, राइट हैंडेड बैटर. एनीवन फॉर मिसेस ग्रीष्मा? 5 lakh by Anjali Avengers. 5 lakh points by Anjali Avengers for Mrs. Grishma. We are at the bid of 5 lakh points by Anjali Avengers. We are at the bid of 5 lakh points by Anjali Avengers for Mrs. Grishma. 5 lakh points one time, 5 lakh points two time, and 5 lakh points three time, and Mrs. Grishma is sold out to Anjali Avengers for 5 lakh points. Okay, next player we have is Mrs. Muskan Dultani. She is right-handed bowler, player number 35. Mrs. Muskan, anyone? Anyone for Mrs. Muskan? Guys, सिर्फ 5 टीम बची है, आप लोगों में ही लेना है. 5 lakhs by rebouncers. 5 lakhs point by rebouncers. Mrs. Muskan. We are at the bid of 5 lakh points by rebouncers. 5 lakh points one time, 5 lakh points two time, and 5 lakh points three time. Mrs. Muskan is sold out to rebouncers for 5 lakh points.
And 6th team of the day is done.
Okay,
Rebouncers.
with this our 6th team is also done. हमारी 6 टीम हो चुकी है, सिर्फ 4 टीम बची है आज के इस ऑक्शन में बीड करने के लिए. Next player we have is Mrs. Nikita Jain. She is right-handed batter, player number 41. Anyone? जो भी remaining 4 टीम है, Mrs. Nikita Jain. She is right-handed batter, player number 41. We are here with player Mrs. Nikita Jain. Anyone for Mrs. Nikita Jain? सिर्फ 4 टीम बची है guys. जल्दी जल्दी से अपनी टीम फिल करके कंप्लीट कर दो. Anyone for Mrs. Nikita Jain? She remains unsold. We are moving to the another player. Next we have Rishita Bajaj, all-rounder 51 for 5 lakh for 6 lakh by Grammy. Okay. हाँ ट्रायो, बट उन्होंने बोल दिया तो हाँ. We are again at the bid of 5 lakhs by Triumph. 5 lakhs one time, 5 lakhs two time, and 5 lakhs three time. Mrs. Rishita is with Triumph Risers.
And 7th team of the day is done.
Oh my God! Please give them a big round of applause. हमारी 7 टीम कंप्लीट हो चुकी है, सिर्फ 3 रिमेनिंग है. And the team Grammy, you cannot bid above 5 lakh points. Okay. Moving to the next player. Next we have Mrs. Sujata Shetty, all-rounder, 5 lakh points by Grammy. Mrs. Sujata, 5 lakh points by Grammy, 5 lakh points one time, 5 lakh points two time, and 5 lakh points three time. And the Grammy Risers with Sujata Shetty for 5 lakh points. 5 lakh points, Sujata Shetty to Grammy Rising Star.
8th team of the day is done. Only 2 teams are left. Nitram
Please give them
and
a big
Anjali.
round of applause. सिर्फ 2 टीम बची है हमारी. अभी फटाफट से अपनी टीम कंप्लीट कर दो ताकि हमारे पूरे प्लेयर्स जो भी है सारे सोल्ड आउट हो जाए और आपकी अच्छी सी एक ब्यूटीफुल सी टीम बन के आ जाए. ओके, मूविंग टू द नेक्स्ट प्लेयर. नेक्स्ट वी हैव वर्षा जुगानी. एनीवन? Anyone for Mrs. Varsha?
Nitram
She
and
is
Anjali,
right-handed.
you have to bid. There is no option.
5 lakh by Nitram. We are on a bid of 5 lakhs for Mrs. Varsha. 5 lakhs one time, 5 lakhs two time, and 5 lakhs three time. Mrs. Varsha is sold out to Nitram Designers for 5 lakh points. Nikita Jain. We have Nikita Jain. Anyone? Nikita Jain. She's right-handed batter. 5 lakh by Anjali. 5 lakh points by Anjali. 6 lakh points by Nitram. We are at the bid of 6 lakh points by Nitram. Huh?
Anjali can't bid anymore. It goes to Nitram.
Okay. So Nikita Jain goes to Nitram for 6 lakh points. Okay, and the last but not the least player we have remaining is Mrs. Aarti, and she goes to Anjali Avengers because there is only one player remaining and one team remaining. So it goes to Anjali Avengers. Okay, at base price for 5 lakh points to Anjali Avengers, Mrs. Aarti. Now our all teams are done with their players. So एक बार जोरदार तालियां हो जाए अपनी सारी टीम के लिए, सारे प्लेयर्स के लिए, क्योंकि आज हमने यहाँ से 70 प्लेयर्स का ऑक्शन किया है और हर एक ने अपने पसंदीदा प्लेयर्स को चुना है.
So guys, thank you everyone for patiently doing the auction. थोड़ा लेट हो गया पर सब लोग ने बहुत सपोर्ट किया. And guys, huge round of love to प्रियांशी शाह. इससे पूरा ऑक्शन कंडक्ट किया है अमेजिंग वे में. थैंक यू सो मच एंड थैंक यू एवरीवन. अभी तो आज जर्नी चालू हुई. अभी 2 Feb को हम सबका फोटोशूट होगा 12 PM to 6 PM आइकॉनिक पे. सबको डेट और टाइम बताया जाएगा. तो आपकी टी शर्ट्स भी तब आ जाएगी, तब आपका फोटोशूट्स होगा. वो फोटोज होर्डिंग्स पे जाएगी. तो जो फोटोशूट में प्लेयर या ओनर या कैप्टन नहीं आते तो उसका होर्डिंग से फोटो मिस हो जाएगा. उसके बाद अपनी मैचेस चालू होगी 8 फरवरी को, थर्सडे को शाम को 5 PM को. वी हैव टू गैदर ऑन द ग्राउंड. 6 PM वी हैव द ओपनिंग सेरेमनी एंड वहाँ से फिर विल स्टार्ट द मैचेस. 8th evening, 9th whole day and 10th the whole day. Thank you everyone. Thank you once again.
Thank you so much everyone. Once again, we were here for the auction ceremony of iconic presence Surat Women's Premier League Season 2, जो कि होने वाली है 8, 9 and 10th Feb को रीबाउंस पे. So एक बार जोरदार तालियां हो जाए हमारी इस ऑक्शन सेरेमनी के लिए. Yes. एक छोटी सी लाइन मेरी तरफ से, फिर आप सब डिनर स्टार्ट कर सकते हैं. जैसे कि सर ने बोला था, शुरुआत में कुछ लोगों का जोश थोड़ा कम लग रहा था. प्लेयर्स बन गए, सबको अपने पसंदीदा प्लेयर्स मिल गए, टीम बन गई. अब तो जोश आ गया ना गाइज. अभी एक बार जोर से बोलेंगे जय श्री राम, जय श्री राम, भारत माता की, भारत माता की. Okay, thank you so much. This was your host Priyanshi Shah and we are signing off here. Thank you so much. Hello. Now you all can enjoy this delicious dinner.